Hello YouTube, hope everybody's doing well out there today. Since it has warmed significantly, I figured I would go ahead and get you guys and gals a video of me feeding my chickens today. It had been so cold I wasn't about to do anything. It took a second's more time the last several days, so I wanted to shoot a video but didn't want to be out here long enough to do it. And just now I came out and went in and started to get the bowls and everything I need to feed my chickens, and looked around and every chicken I had gotten out of the chicken coop. And the one Zoomy and the one James aren't as easy for me to just kind of corral back in there. Usually I can just go and cut them off and walk towards the door and kind of just push them that way and they'll run right in. At least Peaky and Cindy does. But now when it comes to Zoomy and James, they ain't quite as compliant with my wishes. So here I had Big James there out the rooster, and little Zoomy, the little chicken. Zoomy really suits the name chicken. He's terrified of me, and I can't figure why. I think maybe one time he'd got out when he was little, and when I was trying to catch him, he may have gotten hurt a little or something. I'm not for sure exactly what happened to him, but something did to make him all skittish of us. No, Peaky, you've been out enough today. No more. Get your butt in here. So I've got Peaky trying to get out again already. Y'all don't get around the door. Y'all done got out on me once today, especially you, Big James. You don't know me as well, James. You don't listen like the other ones do. You go on, Peaky. I'm gonna go so far as today to lock myself in with them, so I know they are not getting out. Yeah, I just wish it was as easy as all that, just to simply lock myself in here. It's pretty cool when I can literally pick a lock with my finger. There we go. I can stick my finger between those right there and just open it, so of course that would make the most sense to do that every time. Okay, I need to put a little more water over here. I overflow that each day just to kind of rinse it out at the same time as giving them a little more water. And the pellets, they don't consume as well as anything else we feed them, but I usually put a little scratch in that for them. It's just kind of like a mixture of different nutrient things for the chickens, or nutritious things I should say. And then I give them the mealworms. I see James has still got some pellets over here too, so I'll just be sure to get at least one of those scoops that James is packing full of scratch and put over there. So then they'll have the mealworms, the pellets, and the scratch to choose from, and plenty of water. Now, the water has been an issue lately. It's got me one egg today, and of course leave the porcelain egg to keep them in that area. So crazy that I could just put a porcelain egg in there and choose where they lay eggs at, and they'll just about every time they'll go there and nest. Okay, babies, let me over here and I'll set you up another water bowl. Try to set them up as many water bowls as I can, because they have a tendency to want to walk through them. In about 5 minutes, they got every water bowl I gave them empty. So I try to put them in an area they won't be walking through as much. I'm gonna break out of here, and hopefully I don't break the chickens out with me again. But yeah, I got a little worried when I looked around and every chicken I had was out. I was like, uh-oh. And I was thinking I was gonna cause myself issue there. Okay, Okay, I'll just set the water there and go get the scratch and take them both in there at the same time. Because now my babies have me worried to open the door too much. So I wasn't out there not thinking, man, we got to go somewhere different. It got too cold in this coop. I couldn't blame them there. I was might be worried about them in those severely cold temperatures. Here's the other stuff. I think my wife referred to it as scratch. I'm pretty sure that's what she called it. Let's see what that says down there. Okay. But yeah, we got them that. We got them the mealworms. We got them the pellets. Someone had recommended the other day that, you know, maybe where I kept being old boy and breaking eggs, maybe their eggs was weak, but nah, I just think it was my silliness being a guy, just being a little rough with them, I'll say. Wasn't handling fragile things with the right care. And so yeah, it was my bad breaking those eggs. Wasn't really the chicken's bad, it was totally my bad. Now go on, Peaky. I don't want you out today. Not again. There you go, babies. Nope, you get your big butt away from her. Okay, as y'all can see, I got the scratch over there, just a scoop of it. And they got plenty of those worms. You can see they're all healthy. They definitely eat enough. The mealworm started out as just like a little treat, like a couple days a week. And then I went ahead and decided I would start coming down each day and feeding them the mealworms. We had found a less expensive way to buy the mealworms. We had been getting them in a smaller bag from the store. That was like 15 bucks or something. And it wasn't much. It would feed them not even a week. Not. Get away from the doors. Yeah, I'll be extra attentive with that now because they done got out. Yeah, and I ain't want them to do it again. Y'all will, and not one of them will get out this time. Go on, Peaky. Nope, you don't need out, girl. Okay, let's see. I usually put James a little bit over here. The top of the coffee can. Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 things of water for 4 chickens. I'm pretty sure we got everything taken care of today. Alrighty. Okay, Cindy's good. Peaky's good. Zumi's good. And of course, Big James is good. Big James having fun. It got cold and I was worried. I wanted to give him access to the hen house there, which is the warmest place out here. And he was over there kind of separate from getting in the hen house. And it was just so dang cold. I'm like, nah, man, we got to equal up the ability to get some heat for all these chickens. And well, none of them went in there. They hate the daggone hen house. It got down to like single digit temperatures. Well, no, almost single digit. It got down, the lowest was 11, so another 2 degrees would have seen the single digits. And I thought honestly that, you know, they would be going in there because it's that red light throws off more heat than the other ones, I believe. And then it ends up none of them went in there. And so I'm like, okay, I thought you babies needed the heat, but apparently I'm just a little too cautious. Which I really don't know though if what temperatures could be deadly for chickens. Okay, yeah, it's too dark to see in here with the door shut. Usually tie it back, but I was thinking today was calm enough I would be good without putting bunch of food on it. Oh well. Nothing to it but to do it. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm not sure what temperature would be too cold for a chicken. I mean, I know they have the feathers, so just like other animals with fur, they, are more adaptive to that type temperature than we are as people. But I'm not sure where the threshold is. I had looked online and read up that prolonged exposure to temperatures seemed like right around what we were having outside could be, fatal to chickens or something. Could cause hypothermia, things like that. And so I was kind of worried, but we do have the heat lights and things like that as a precaution, just to try to assure that the babies don't get too cold. But it looks like they survived just fine. None of them's got anything wrong with them to say that they could have been any kind of hypothermia on anybody. Their legs and feet look fine, and their beaks and combs and things. And so I think we braved the cold, and the babies are good. Yeah, I was wanting to take y'all a video every day for the last 3 days, but man, I'd get out here and just be in such a dang hurry to get back in the house because it was just too cold. Which today's the first day I've not been so layered up. I've just got, sorry about that, y'all. Didn't mean to throw you on the ground. But yeah, today I've got 3 shirts and 2 pairs of pants on with a coat. But all the other days I was wearing insulated long johns, was wearing the several layers of clothing, stuff like that to combat the cold. But the insulated coveralls, I mean, those right there is a must for anybody in the wintertime that wants to be warm. I used to always have coveralls when I worked in the coal mines, so I was very accustomed to wearing them and hadn't bought a pair since I'd lived down here. And the last pair I had was just a little bit too small. They were a little too short in the legs, so I had given them to my son, who was a little bit shorter than me at the time, so they fit him better than me. And got to figuring, heck, this is the first time in my adult life I hadn't had a pair of insulated coveralls. So I looked online, found them less expensive than I imagined. Got me a pair, and right after I got a pair, I had no idea the cold was coming, but once I had the pair secured and the cold moved in, I was so glad I found a way to get me some insulated coveralls. But I had those on with several layers of clothes every day, and it still was too cold to just hang around and take videos and things. But yeah, today's a beautiful day for it. Heck, I'd say we'll probably see 60 degrees today. South's got some crazy pneumonia weather. I mean, you talking one day you're looking at 10 overnight low, and a week later you're looking at 65 for a high. Okay, that sounds like pneumonia weather to me. Probably anybody with any sense would think that don't sound too safe to experience a lot of. Just enough cold to get our immunity weakened, and then go ahead and throw a nice warm day to let the germs thrive, possibly. Maybe a lot of people get sick that way. I know they're talking about this bird flu going on. I don't know much about it, but I know I don't check my mail until after I go down to see my chickens. because my mailbox has birds stand on it, like often, and so I don't want to go touch something that the wild birds are hanging out on and then go down to my chickens and take some sort of bird flu down that way. That don't sound like a good idea to me. So yeah, we got the chickens quite a ways from the mailbox, so yeah, that would be my bad entirely if I took them germs from the mailbox down that way. But it's just think about what I'm doing before I do it and try to be a little extra safe for my girls and my little guy down there. And I got to get used to having a boy chicken, because I call them my girls all the time, and often leave little James out. Quit that. But yeah, that will be the conclusion of my video today. Glad I was able to get you guys and gals something out there. Just a little look at the chickens at Bill's today. And if y'all will be so kind as to leave a comment, to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, have a good one.